for the second day running. Charlie Bingham. Charlie Bingham.
We had a mixture of him yesterday, didn't we? We had the gratin. What else did we have?
Potato gratin, and the other was chicken in wine.
Oh yeah, like a chicken and white wine with a mashed potato, which was very nice. We sort of shared those, didn't we?
Yeah. Today we're having a sandwich each for supper.
If we're still hungry.
Which, well, they are filling these. I always struggle to eat a full one.
I've never known you to finish one, actually.
Oh yeah, for 2 people.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just check that out. That is chili con carne and Mexican rice.
Oh no, look, you've got sweet corn.
No, I'm happy with that. That's Mexican rice, Mazzy, so that might be a spicy thing in there.
No, this is foil you put on top to cook it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What have you got? Chicken?
I've got chicken jalfrezi, I fancy a curry.
Let's have a look at that curry. So I have had a curry from there, but not the jalfrezi.
I don't know if you have had the jalfrezi. You've had quite a few now, haven't you? Yeah. Oh yeah, that looks nice, doesn't it?
Look at them. We could just live off these every day.
And some peshwari naan breads.
Okay. The only thing wrong with Charlie Bingham.
The price?
Well, no, I was just saying to you, if you could live off these every day and spend £240 on food for the month.
Yeah.
I don't think that's bad for quality.
This was practically £9, and so is yours almost practically
£8.25.
Mine was £8.75. It is expensive, but it's a lovely treat, especially if you're sharing it with two.
Gorgeous. No, it's best when you're not sharing it.
No, he won't share.
The only problem with them is, he only does like sloppy foods. I wish he did some like more solid foods as well, because
like a pizza or a burger and fries. I know, like, but posh version.
Posh version, Charlie version.
I think Charlie would be able to actually manage that, wouldn't he?
Charlie Bingham, whatever your name is, you've changed our lives. We love you to bits. Happy New Year, Charlie.
Happy New Year, Charlie.
So it's the morning after, and Mazzy's washing up.
Last job.
I wasn't keen on it after bigging it up last night.
Oh, the curry.
Well, chilli I had.
You had chilli, yeah.
And I wasn't that keen. That was the worst of the Charlie Binghams I've had. Yeah.
I enjoyed mine, but just too much of it.
Yeah. I always struggle to finish them. She got quite a lot.
Not enough for two. But too much for one, yeah.
So I wasn't that impressed last night with it, but I'm going to stick with them because it's the only one I haven't been mad on. Right, I'll show you where we have been staying this last 3 nights. We're actually moving on today. This is a really good car park in Stirling. You do get a lot of boy racers coming and playing loud music, but never bothered us. So there we are, right in the corner of the car park. Another motorhome's just pulled up this morning. That's the first one we've seen in 3 days. And it's a nice big car park, which at the moment is free. Because of COVID, they've taped up all the machines. It would normally be £8 for the week. For the week! So very cheap, very good. A very good stop if you're coming into Stirling. It is literally a 10-minute walk and you're in town. So, we're moving on anyway. We're off to Stirling Castle today. Check out the castle. Now, this is the one castle in Scotland I have always wanted to go to and I've never been, so quite excited about it.
If we get parking.
If we get parking, yeah. Because they charge you £4 to park on the castle grounds.
Not that it's a problem to us, but we're not allowed on there.
Yeah, they don't allow camper vans on there, although I have seen them driving up there. And it is big enough for camper vans, so why they don't let motorhomes and camper vans in, I don't know. But it's £4 to park in there, so a lot of people have got wise to that and they actually park on the road outside, which is where we have to park, so them spots are normally taken. So hopefully we can get parked, book a ticket, because I haven't booked my tickets yet.
But if not, we're off to somewhere exciting tonight, don't tell them.
Yeah, we're going somewhere else tonight. Moving out of Stirling.
Yes, moving on. How long have we been here? 4 days?
3 nights.
4 days.
3 nights, yeah. So yeah, simple as that. We're moving on, so let's get to Stirling Castle. Very, very excited. Just to let you know, there's a little snicket goes up to the castle gate here, and we're parked just there. You can park for 4 hours for free. or you can pay £4 and actually pay to go inside the castle grounds. But
it's probably just as quick to park here anyway, isn't it? Just the fact you got the steps.
And you're not allowed motorhomes or camper vans inside anyway.
No.
So
Yeah.
a perfect little parking spot there. So here we are. We have a king. I can only guess it's King James, one of them. I don't know. But here's the castle. The thing about this castle is it doesn't look like a castle.
Not yet. We're outside the walls. I ain't seen it yet.
From outside, it just looks like, well, nothing really.
Tell them how much we paid then and stuff.
Oh, it's £14 each to get in. But if you're a member of English Heritage or Scottish Trust, it's free. English Heritage, it's half price if you're in your first year.
Yeah.
So we paid £7 each because we're in his first year of his English Heritage membership. And if you've been with English Heritage for more than a year, it's free for English as well.
Which I thought was really good, actually.
And that's not bad, is it?
Yeah, because we keep renewing and cancelling, don't we? With
We do.
Our seasons and stuff.
So, let's go do this. Excited?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just going in the entrance. Now it's looking a bit more castle-y. Look at this.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's like a proper moat.
Well maintained, isn't it?
Yeah, down both sides. And a lovely gate. Liking that.
Can I ring the bell?
They know we're coming, Mazza, because
yeah.
she radioed through to us, so you don't have to ring bell. You know what I really like about this place so far?
Well, oh, can I take this off now?
Yeah, when we're not inside. Not trying to sell you a guidebook.
Yeah, which is alright, but I feel like we don't even know where we're going or anything, do we?
Don't matter, that's the excitement of it. Mazza's just noticed the big door hook. Have you ever seen one as big as that in your life? To hold the door back?
Where's Matt?
Yeah, I think this will be pretty good.
Yeah. Been a long time since we've done something like this, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah, what's these look? These look good. I suppose we'll get in there at some point, will we?
No, it's just a cafe, I think.
Oh.
Part of the cafe. Unicorn Cafe, it says there.
Oh, we've got a sign!
Right, one little thing to tell you, Mazzy, the toilet's
Yeah.
out of order, but they have got like a temporary one somewhere.
Don't tell me that.
I did read there's a temporary one, so don't worry.
Okay.
I wish I'd have brought my cap. It's raining. So first area is Queen Anne's Garden.
Yeah.
I do like this.
What?
Up there, have you seen the design on the side of the castle?
I've never seen anything like it, actually.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Now we're just, that's nice as well, a nice turret, or whatever you'd like to call it.
Turret.
Yeah, the big story from here for me.
For you, yeah.
For me.
It's the only reason we came here.
Yeah, this is where they found the oldest ever football.
Yes.
The oldest one ever found. Now, if you think of teams like Liverpool, your big teams, they all started up in the 80s, 90s. But this thing is 500 years old. We didn't even know they played football back then. But they did, and they actually found this one in the palace, hidden in a palace wall. And it's half the size of a normal football. No, 400 years, sorry. Looks like 400 years. Made from leather, inflated pig's bladder, and it is in Stirling Museum, which is closed until next week, so we're not going to get to see it. But that's in the palace wall they found that, so we're going to have to hope there's something about it in there. Do you fancy going to the castle exhibition?
Yeah. So
Somewhere.
the point is, though, they think that might actually be Queen Anne's football, don't they?
Yeah, because apparently she did like to play football
Footy.
herself.
Yeah.
And they found that in her palace bedroom, hidden behind the wall. So it might have actually been the Queen's football.
So what, should we go down this way then?
I think in here, because it is raining and I'm getting very wet, and this looks indoor. So this was like a battery built in 1708 and 1714 to make bomb-proof barracks in times of war. And I reckon these hooks up here might have been used to hold burning timbers. So if anyone was attacking, they could burn loads of wood on there and drop them on the enemy. Which I doubt has ever happened since 1714.
They should use them for baskets, hanging baskets, shouldn't they? They look pretty all along there.
I think they still use them, just in school holidays, keep the kids out.
What, hanging the kids up there if you're naughty?
No, hanging burning timbers up there to drop on the naughty kids.
Right, should we go in then?
Yep. William Wallace.
Yeah.
I never expected it to look like that, though, did you?
I don't know what to expect. He probably didn't.
Apparently, we were a really big man, over 6 foot, which was huge for the time. But no, I didn't expect him to look like that. And there's our weedy English king, Edward I, look. And then we've got Robert the Bruce. Keep seeing him all over.
Oh, yeah.
13 or 14. Who do you think he looks like, Mazzy?
I'm not sure. He looks grumpy though, doesn't he?
Sean Connery. James Bond, don't you think he's got the same face?
Yeah, similar. Yeah.
That's a bit special. We found 9 skeletons here
Oh.
beneath the ancient castle, ancient chapel.
But they were battered, weren't they?
Battered?
Oh, yeah.
Did you say battered?
Yeah.
No, not everything in Scotland's battered, you know.
Yeah, but they're trying to say that about forced trauma to the head and all that.
Oh, you mean, yeah, smashed up?
Yeah, beaten up.
Yeah, well, probably. Blunt force trauma, yeah. These have always interested me. We'll never know how accurate these are.
Well, you will actually. These are real skeletons or something.
Yeah, but you won't know if that's exactly how they look. Basically, they find a skull, and then they like put plasticine around and stuff, and then they make the face, give him a bit, put him some eyes in and some hair or whatever, and they reckon he will have looked like that.
Yeah, but they've got this technique down to a T, haven't they?
How do you know? Because nobody knows exactly how he looks.
Because it's a technique, so they would have obviously trialed and errored it on modern day people where they know if they look like that.
Yeah, but if you've never seen the actual person, you'll never know if that's what it looks like.
Listen, if they did it, let's say, on Katie yesterday that died, and they never saw Katie and they got it precise, then they know that their techniques work.
Katie died yesterday. Who's Katie?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
There he is, look. So now we're getting on to the proper Scottish kings I know of. Got James IV. I've never heard of him. John Damien. James V. Now this is the lady, Mazzy, who you said, was it a real person?
Oh yeah, Queenie.
Mary Queen of Scots. She was actually the Queen, I think, she was about 8 days old or something, or 8 months old.
She's beautiful.
She's a little baby. There we are, look. 6 days. Yeah, I think she must have been 8 days old when she was made Queen. That's incredible.
This guy, that was made king at 17 months.
That was James IV, that was him.
Oh.
And there he is as a tiny little boy. The king. This must be a very scary movie, Mazzy.
Must be. I've read it.
This video is not being shown here for everyone's safety. So what about? What's it going to do? There's Mary Queen of Scots. I think I was just getting her mixed up with Mary of Guise, actually. That's who I meant. I think we've got a lot of these coming up.
Is that original? What is it?
I'm guessing that one isn't, no. But there's loads of them. I think there's one of the rooms with a great hall or something, and there's loads of them up there, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. Another dangerous movie. Right, we're on top of the, ramparts? Is that what they call them? Just come out of that building there. What a view we've got from here. I've got a story for you from here, Mazzy. It's a very interesting one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Can you see that beautiful design down there? I'll just zoom in. It does look beautiful, doesn't it? Now, they've done some kind of sauna thing over the top of there. There's a legend that King Arthur's Round Table was there.
Alright.
Right? It's just a legend. They don't know if it's true, but they have done a sauna sweep of it, and there is something round underneath, and they don't know what it is. Is it King Arthur's Round Table. And I didn't even read that. I'll tell you where I got that info from. Watching someone else's YouTube video when he was here.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He seemed to know what he was talking about.
There,
I'm not reading anything about it, no.
yeah, got some ghosts out here as well. Is that what they mean?
Possibly. A few ghosts. One thing I'm not happy with, the garden. It's a bit drab. You'd think it'd look beautiful, wouldn't you? I'm sure it does in summer.
Well, that's special. It's not big, is it? I don't know. Maybe there's more to it around the other side or something.
But you normally have really spectacular gardens, don't you? And they've just thrown a few primroses in and rose bushes. I'm loving what they've done with this garden, Mazzy. Looks fantastic. Check this out. They've got a load of stones. We've got a unicorn there. Very nice. The Scottish flag. How lovely is this? The dragon. And another unicorn.
Puggy, isn't it?
What?
Puggy.
What's Puggy?
Down in the town, Puggy.
Yes, you're
Could
right.
be.
Puggy the unicorn, yeah. I still don't know why it's called Puggy. Can someone tell us in the comments who is Puggy from Stirling, the unicorn?
Why the unicorn even comes into it? Because I thought the town was revolved around a wolf. So, I don't know.
Unicorns, you don't get them in Stirling anymore, do you? You only get them down very far south. You're not falling for that one, are you?
No.
It will worth a try. Another nice gateway. Wow, look at the size of these.
Yeah.
Look at the length of them.
They're for in case like they had a fire on the roof. They'd yank the roof down basically to stop the rest of the castle going up.
They pull the roof down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
But they're heavy, aren't they?
They are heavy. So that's the vaults.
Unfortunately closed.
It is closed.
Till further notice, I don't know what they're doing.
The price of this place has actually gone down at the moment because there are a couple of bits which they've had to close down.
Yeah, it's understandable if they've got to do work on it, I suppose. This is the courtyard.
It looks like a courtyard. I was trying to say that James V might have had a lion.
Yeah.
Now we saw the pub the other day, didn't we? The Golden Lion.
Yeah, the Golden Lion, yeah.
Golden Lion pub. Wonder if it's to do with that. Can you imagine a lion roaming around in here?
Yeah.
So we're in the palace.
Yeah.
This is where we should get some cool posh bits. Just looking out of the window, I don't think we can get on this bit, but you can normally walk all the way around. Check out these stones, how it's built.
Oh.
Sticking right out. I bet you could actually climb all the way to the top of the castle just on the stones.
That might have been purposely made like that so they can do maintenance and maintain it and get to the roof and
You
stuff.
might be right, Mazzy, you might be right. So this is the waiting room.
Yeah. So if you're coming to visit her,
The
Queen, yeah, you have to wait here.
Yeah, the Queen's outer hall. You'd have to make an appointment. It's just like a dentist's waiting room, really, but a little bit
A little
better.
bit bigger.
That's very nice. The unicorn again, Mazzy. What is it with the unicorn? I'm just intrigued by this unicorn. So if you were lucky enough to get your appointment,
Right.
you'd probably have it in here with the Queen.
Oh, is that where she'd sit? In her throne, look?
Yep, she'd be sat there. It's very nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It feels really warm and cosy because of these fake fires.
Look, you've got the unicorn again above it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you have actually on her doodah there, haven't you? But you've just learned about that,
Unicorn.
haven't you?
Well, I did learn about it, but I didn't really understand it, I'll be honest. Unicorn again. It's something to do with, the unicorn represents like heaven. Heaven is watching over you.
It's a symbolisation or something to do with royalties in the town or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you take the tail, for example. It's supposed to be like a lion's tail. I can't remember all the different animals, but it represents lots of different animals.
It represents Scotland as a whole, really. The tail of the lion being that there was strength, and this was like purity or something like that, and then there was some more.
Yeah, just quit while you're ahead. Quit while you're ahead. So we're in the Queen's bedchamber.
What? Is this her bedroom?
Yes. You know what's...
Oh no, I wouldn't like that. Just all the same level, innit? Really?
Yeah, it's just like a big bungalow. But what we've noticed, see up here the wallpaper.
That's cloth.
It's just attached with string, and you know why it isn't actually attached to the wall?
So you can keep changing it when you get a bit bored?
No. Good
No.
good guess, but no. Because back then they hadn't invented wallpaper paste.
Glue.
Yep, they didn't have wallpaper paste, so they just used to hang it.
You'd think she'd have a bigger bed, wouldn't you? It's not even queen size, is it?
I'd say that's queen size, yeah. So I think, but I might be wrong, I think this is the room where the football was found.
Oh, really?
Because it said in the Queen's bedroom.
That's said, though, behind wood panelling. I'm not seeing wood panelling. It's cold in here. She'd be cold, wouldn't she, at night?
Well, no, because she wouldn't have a fake fire, she'd have a real one. I wonder,
Yeah.
like, if the Queen did sleep in there,
Yeah.
do you think she'd have a guard sat there all night?
No, I'd get on your nerves, wouldn't it? Having a
You'd be
man
able to sleep,
snoring
would you?
beside you.
You wouldn't be able to sleep knowing there's someone sat there next to
No.
you. It is the Queen's bedroom, but she didn't sleep in here apparently.
It was almost a guest bedroom.
Yeah, important visitors would sleep in here, but she slept, it says here, in a small room nearby. Wonder why. So, all you people who have them trampolines in your gardens for your kids nowadays, they're not a new thing, you know. They've not just been around for 10, 20 years. They've got one here. The Queen had one. How cool is that? This is the King's bedchamber. Just reading it down here. Again, one of the most important visitors would be in here. The monarch probably slept in a small room nearby. Why did the King and Queen just sleep in little rooms instead of the big rooms?
Well, but let's be honest, if we had a 4-bedroom house, you'd want your own bedroom, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes. So if you came to see the King, Mazza, this is where you'd come to have a chat with him,
Oh.
apparently.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Check out the ceiling, it's lovely. Could do with lighting up a little bit better, but that is stunning. Look at that. A lot of work gone into that.
Personally for me, I feel the restoration on this has just been a bit too much. I don't know. I'd rather see it cranky and flaking and, you know, I'd rather see the original,
It
hey?
might be original, it might have never
That's
flaked.
not, I mean, look at the, it's not, it's too overdone for me.
It's beautiful.
There's hooks up there actually. Oh, look on the ceiling. What are they for?
2 little hooks coming down. So this is the King's waiting room.
Oh,
You know, we had the Queen's waiting room and then
Yeah.
she'd meet them in the next room. This is where you'd wait for the King and you'd meet him in that room we've just been in. It's as if we've come wrong way now.
Yeah.
So James V's palace was reopened by the Queen, Mazzy.
Yay!
2011. Oh, I wish we'd have been here then. That would have been a nice thing to see, wouldn't it? The Queen.
Nah. Riff-raff like us wouldn't have been allowed 100 miles near this place on that day.
I might have been. Lovely door.
Yeah, it actually looks quite original.
It's very wide and not very tall.
Which reminds me, we're going to see a key to open that shortly.
We have seen the key to that, but I couldn't get a picture because there was another family there reading every single sentence and taking hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get to the key. I might try again in a bit. King James began building this palace in the 1530s.
When was it completed?
I don't know.
Oh.
Just can't imagine a king getting his hands dirty. Well, bricks building this, but he did. Check out the lovely carvings on the side of the building here. Lovely. Check them out.
Well, actually, they're replicas.
Are these replicas?
Yeah. I would imagine that's a real one.
If you want a replicas, the rest are all original.
Alright. Just checking out the heads.
These are original. These are
original, are they?
Yeah.
So these are from, I think it was 1530s, I read somewhere. Well, King James had these made, and there's dozens of them.
I think there's 250, wasn't there?
250, really?
No, I don't know. I thought I read that somewhere, but they all represent something, don't they?
But what we've decided, when we get our house, Frankie, if you're watching this, we want one of me and one of Mazzy.
Oh, not together?
No, none of these are together, they're all singular. So I want my own and one of Mazzy, and we'll stick them above his front door. Are you up for that?
Yeah. You up for that, Frankie?
Actually, no need to do Mazzy's, Frankie. I think someone else has already done it.
Who's that? Not me. Get out of it.
A lot of these are actually Roman emperors, for some reason. And Hercules. Right, what's he doing there? Looks like he's got a dress on and a club in his hand. Hercules slaying the Nemean lion. Oh, that's there, look. I don't know any of the story of Hercules, to be honest. There's something up here, Hercules the hero. Yeah, someone I need to read about, I suppose. So this was the nursery. And it's trying to say here, James IV is thought to have put a bit of graffiti in the walls. But I'm looking around and I can't find it anywhere.
You'd think it would be covered in perspex.
Yeah. Well, they might have
if it's
ripped
still
it out.
there. Yeah, probably.
Excellent view of all the statues here. I think that's what there were 250 of, Mazzy. The
Yeah.
statues on the
Yeah,
wall,
I
on
think
the
that
outer
was-
walls.
Yeah.
Nice view of Stirling up here. You've got the church there and the graveyard we were in. Stirling Bridge, I can just see that in the distance, where the English and Scottish fought. Scottish won, I believe. What was your wonderful little fact you just told me?
Well, apparently all these statues might have been painted and gilded back in the days. They would have stood out so much, wouldn't they?
They'd look like Blackpool seafront, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But painted with real gold gilding. Before you all rip me to bits, I know it was Robert the Bruce. I was just kidding, saying it was one of the King Jameses. Just been saying, the staff here are very, very friendly.
Very friendly.
The nicest staff I've ever known at one
Very
of these places.
approachable, aren't they? Yeah.
Very nice. So hats off to Stirling Castle. Keep your employees happy and they'll keep your customers happy. Where have we seen a building like that, Mazzy?
Oh, in the town just recently, the hospital place.
Yes, the hospital. Exactly the same colour.
John Cowan's
John
hospital.
Cowan gave the
Yeah.
money towards it, yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if he had anything to do with building this. Because it certainly doesn't look like it was part of the original castle. I bet he did, you know.
He might have done,
Someone
yeah.
tell us in the comments, did John Cowan donate some money to Stirling Castle? And they built this little extension.
You're surprised I remembered his name, aren't you?
I'm amazed because I didn't remember it. I'm just reading this.
Yeah.
It says here that the king used to put his visitors inside the highest point of the castle. and you get spectacular views towards Loch Lomond. Now someone said in our comments last night, it says he's from Loch Lomond and he comes to Stirling for his shopping. I said,
Really?
surely that's a long way.
Sounds a long way.
Because that's like the west to us. It was coming up the west, wasn't it? And now we feel
Yeah.
like we're on the east. But this is the part of Scotland where it's really skinny in the middle.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't take you long to get from one end to the other. From one coast to the other.
Still a long way to go for shopping though, surely.
Obviously not, if you can see Loch Lomond from the window up there.
Yeah. That's the men's
toilets. Notice the women's toilets, honestly, the queue. Why is it there's always a massive queue outside women's and never outside men's? Okay, so we're in the Regimental Museum now. And the beauty about that is we're going to see a lot of cool things like this. And it's really, really warm. Yeah, we're just looking here at this lovely kilt. Absolutely stunning with the socks and the knife. But I'm seeing girls' slippers. And this went on Lieutenant General Duncan Campbell of Loch Nell. Now look how thin a waist that is. You'd struggle to get in that, wouldn't you? No, that is incredibly thin. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
The
If
point
he can
is-
get in it, I can get in it.
That is the man who wore it. And look at the size of him.
I reckon his belly was hanging over it like that and he walked around like that, didn't he?
Okay, there's a lot of sporrans here, but Mazzy is getting excited now, as I am.
What, with the Lego?
Argyle Museum of Lego Trail.
Yeah.
Are we going to see a load of Lego?
You have to find them.
Oh, let's hope so. Look at this sporran here, where did I see it? A badger.
Oh yeah. Very decorative, aren't
They are, I wonder what they are made out of. Is it normally horse's hair? Very nice.
I don't think you get away with making them like that anymore though, would you?
Not a badger, no.
Animal rights and stuff. It looks like my wig, this one, doesn't it?
It does look like your wig, yeah. That one looks like they've put two of your wigs together. Okay, so I know we don't like ivory anymore. We don't like people using it for obvious reasons, but this is made out of ivory. Sergeant Major McLean's ivory walking stick. Made out of a narwhal. I've never heard of a narwhal. Have you?
Narwhal? Yeah, heard of it.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Narwhal. Tusked whale. Got a nice cap badge there, which someone swapped with this lady for a kiss. After the liberation of Brussels, that's nice.
Nice little story.
So I'm guessing it's a real ram's head.
Yeah.
And on top, you've got little boxes for snuff and tobacco.
It's a massive
I think they'll put-
contraption just for a bit of snuff and tobacco, isn't
You
it?
wouldn't get that in your pocket, would you? No. That's from 1864. I love seeing things like this. We've got lots of like Bibles and someone's wallet there, and they've all got bullet holes in them. This particular guy had it next to his heart, his wallet, and a bullet, as you can see, damaged the photograph. He's in the photograph, but he survived. Not the nicest dress in the world.
It's nice for a 1980s dress.
Oh, for 1980s. But it is special because the Queen wore that, was it?
Yeah, well, she was visiting this Regimental Museum back in 1989.
Very cool. And the hat.
So she's been here quite a few times, we figured out
It
now.
seems that way.
Yeah.
And there she is with it on. The Queen was what?
Sat in that?
She was the first person ever to sit on that.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. Whoever made that must have tested it out. I've noticed she has been here a lot. She actually opened this Regimental Museum last year.
Yeah, June.
So this is a new museum.
This end, yeah.
And this is pretty cool. Wooden spoon, Mazza. A sergeant won this for coming last in a running race
Oh, that's well good.
in 1925. I wish I'd have got a wooden spoon like that every time I came last. Oh, sorry, I never came last, did I? I always won.
What did you get?
No.
You should have come last.
Seen a few of these in this museum and I've never seen one before. I've obviously seen sweetheart brooches, but not in the shape of kilts. There's a lady wearing one there, look. Would you wear one of them if I got you one, sweetheart?
It's not really going to match my jacket, is it?
No, I won't bother then. It's an unusual letterbox, Mazzy.
Yeah.
An elephant's foot.
What was it, where would you put it?
The Siege of Lucknow. Have I said that right? Lucknow, sorry. Siege of Lucknow. That's them fighting, but that's the actual bagpipes. The piper played during the siege.
Oh.
Going back to 1858.
Imagine all that's going on and you just get like this little boy or a man just playing away.
Yeah.
Like it's a big party, a big gathering or something.
So after they'd won the battle, this is the battle. That's the piper. And this is them walking through the streets being congratulated by all the locals. So this is the King's old building. But it's not very old. It was rebuilt in 1857 after a devastating fire. How do we know that, Mazzy?
57? I don't know.
Because we went to the grave of the guy who saved the old castle from blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that 50? Oh yeah, 1857, yeah.
So this bit is all new because of that big fire. You can go for a little walk up here on the Battlement, I think. Just a short one. We're going to have to do it. Because I know Mazzy loves walking. As somebody pointed out in the YouTube video I watched, this is dangerous. Very, very. Look at the drop down here. It's about a 9-10 foot drop and there's no railing. So be very careful if you're walking on here.
Kiddies and stuff, yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Well, he was saying, you know, when you're up here and you're taking photos and you just take a little step back.
Yeah.
A lot of people must have fallen off here.
Yeah, you do sort of lose your balance.
Could have sworn Stirling said they only bought 4 cannons.
Seen about 20, I don't know.
There's 7 here.
Yeah.
Let's go see what this sign says about them. The Grand Battery. Too many words. Spooky tunnel.
Yeah.
We don't know what's down here, but we've come down here to avoid people.
There's so many people here. And although actually, it's not really a lot of people, is it, today?
No, it's a quiet day, but there is still too many for us.
Oh, what's that?
That is like a proper cell, that's cool.
Yeah.
Look at that. Loving it.
This is the oldest surviving part of the castle.
It feels like the oldest part and the coldest.
Yeah.
It does feel old down here, this is nice. Built in 1810. Yeah, it's really unusual. Like, look, you've got the bright, what were it called? John Cowan.
John Cowan,
The John Cowan looking hospital-y looking building. You've got the big wall here. You've got, yeah, you can go all down, well, it's actually blocked off at the moment, but you can walk all the way around the walls. Yeah, I like it.
Let's go and find the tapestry bit, shall we?
Oh, is that down there?
Yeah, it's down here, and then we've got to go back to the kitchens.
Oh yeah, because we couldn't go to the kitchens before because that family went in there before us.
It was after a sandwich.
Really annoying family. I'm going to have to tell them. I were waiting, right, I were looking, you know the Rams, what were it?
The
Snuff
and
and
the
tobacco bit. I were waiting to look at that. And then this...
We just look down here.
It's a one-way system, and this very rude family just came, stood right in front of me, in front of the ram, and stood there for ages. And there were about 8 of them, all in a line coming back, and I'm just stood there like a lemon waiting to see me ram and snuff bit, so I wasn't happy about that. So I'm certainly not following them into there.
Hey, look, they're behind you now. Come on, quick, they are.
Apparently this well supplied the entire castle.
Really?
It did. There's something about when it runs dry, it
Yeah.
means the guns are going to sound or something, I don't know.
It's dry, there's no water in it.
Quick, they are behind me as well.
I told you.
They're coming, they're just round the corner, come on, hurry up. The great kitchens.
Yeah, this feels old now, doesn't it?
This wall does. Don't play with our food. Don't play with our food.
I think they mean don't stop touching.
If there's something there to be touched, Mazzy, and it's food.
You're gonna touch it.
I am. So deep in the kitchens, the men are cutting up the meat. You've got the sound of kitchens. Bags full of pears and parsnips. And Maz is impressed with this, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely I feel one of the best rooms I've seen today. It's got character, it's got that feel, hasn't it? It feels original.
Now this isn't my kind of room, I've never liked these rooms.
Why?
I don't know. Mainly because you're not allowed to touch the stuff outside.
Don't touch the bread.
The one thing I have noticed about this kitchen,
Yeah?
I don't think I've seen any ladies working in this
Do
one.
you know, I had a feeling you were going to say that. Yeah.
It's all men.
See?
Go on then, give me an interesting fact.
These kitchens that we were actually through were actually filled in for 2 centuries.
With rubble.
And finally then sort of been unveiled and recovered, so to say.
1921.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
So how do they know it was a kitchen then? There won't have been anything left after
There
300
wasn't a
years.
kitchen actually in the castle, so the kitchen had to be somewhere, hadn't it?
We'll go along with it. That was the kitchen. Chapel.
Yeah, it's big.
It is big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apparently, I think I read somewhere this is the biggest hall in the whole of Scotland.
Really?
That's what I heard, I think. It's got a right echo. It's huge. Built in the 1500s. But I did think it had like a big wooden beamed ceiling for some reason.
Yeah, I thought we saw a picture of it or something.
I do like the colour of this building.
What, the outside? Oh yeah, this is the John Carron building, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or the yellow one, yeah.
So King James VI was baptised in here,
Yeah.
and his mum, Mary, Queen of Scots, she gave like 3 days of celebrations for it. So the Queen and the King have both been in this room, Mazzy.
I'm more
I feel-
interested to say, what?
I feel like we've been invited to a very special event. What are you more interested in?
Apparently like Scotland's first fireworks display was here or something.
I believe the firework was invented here, yes. I might be wrong.
Brook Feast and later was held in the Great Hall before Scotland's first firework display. That's interesting.
King Charles I, he was here.
Yeah.
King Charles II, he might have been here. It's just full of kings and queens in here, man. So as beautiful as these altar cloths are, it's got a very sad story behind it. These were made by the Stirling branch of the Embroiderers Guild. Upon completion, they were dedicated to the children and teacher who lost their lives in the Dunblane disaster, which we've been talking about in the last few days, haven't we?
We have, yeah, very sad.
Because apparently Dunblane is the biggest city, is actually the smallest city in Scotland, and we thought it, I read on Wikipedia that it was Stirling, but apparently it's Dunblane because it's got a cathedral. But we have talked about going there in the past, but decided it might seem a bit disrespectful walking down the high street with a big camera.
Yeah, even on other years we've been here, we've always sort of spoke about it and we just didn't feel it was the right thing to do.
So we won't be doing Dunblane.
No.
For you guys abroad who don't know what we're talking about, Dunblane was a mass shooting where a guy went around shooting kids and teachers and stuff.
Yeah, what year was that again? That wasn't
Must have been the 80s.
1996. Was it 1996?
1996. Well, that's when this was dedicated to them. So when the actual disaster was, it will have been.
Not long before that, if not that year.
Yeah. Oh, we're on his own now.
Yay!
Got the whole all to ourselves.
Fancy a dance?
Invite some friends around, Mazzy. Let's have a party. Now I look stupid. There's me telling you about this is the biggest hall in Scotland because I've read it. We're now going into
The Great Hall.
the Great Hall.
That was the chapel.
Yeah, I know, but it was big, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was very, very
And actually, I got it wrong as well because I said we were in the John Cowan building, but we weren't.
Oh,
we
no.
were in there.
So we both got it wrong. We're now
Yeah.
going into the John Cowan. We think he's paid for this.
Well, not really. It's just because it's the same colour.
And we do think this is the biggest hall in Scotland. Let's find out.
We're still in the very first.
Wow. So it has got the ceiling I thought it was going to have.
We thought we saw a picture of this, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where they held the banquets. King James VI held his banquets in here. The largest and finest medieval hall in Scotland. And it was the biggest in the UK, apparently, at one point, until Hampton Court. Look at that, it's got a big ship in the middle of it. What's all that about? The most extravagant event whatever happened here was James VI's son, Henry, for his baptism. Remember, James VI was baptised in that churchy bit next door.
Yeah.
They came in here and had banquets,
Yeah.
and then his son had his baptism in here. And for his baptism, they wheeled in this massive ship, and it was full of fish made out of sugar. And they gave everyone fish made out of sugar.
It's a bit extravagant.
That is extravagant. He was the king. He was the king. He can do what he wants. What a beautiful, beautiful room. It even smells nice. Have they been cooking
I
in
can't
here?
smell with this. Oh, yeah. I felt I smelled bread or something.
I can smell food. It smells lovely. Apparently, it was 350 oak trees made this,
Yeah.
and it was unveiled by
The Queen herself.
the Queen. I think it was 1999. She's been here and unveiled different
Yeah, she
parts of this
actually
castle.
unveiled this cloth hanging,
Yeah, the cloth at the front there as well with the unicorn on.
which we found out properly now that the unicorn is actually the national animal of Scotland.
Yeah, didn't know that.
No,
Didn't know that.
the other chap didn't quite put it like
No.
that, did he? So,
But I'll tell you something. That was a tour guide who just told us that.
yeah.
The staff here are fantastic.
Fantastic.
And I have
yeah.
never, you know how the Scottish like to roll,
Like
yeah?
you do.
Yeah, you know, like, I'm trying to think of a word now and I can't think of any. But you know, like rolling ping. When you say things
Yeah.
like, she did it so well, didn't
Yeah, but with a posh twang, tang to it.
Really proper Scottish. I loved it.
Yeah, very informative, wasn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
So I think that's it then, isn't it?
Do you know what though? I think she got one fact wrong.
Did she why?
She was saying that in there is where the Queen Mary of Scots
Yeah.
gave a 3-day celebration for her son. We read it, we're in there.
Yeah.
It says it on there.
Yeah.
So either the board in there is wrong or the lady were wrong, but
No, she
it was
sounded like
fascinating.
she knew what she was
She did,
talking
didn't she?
about. Yeah.
I think that's about it. I think we've been in everywhere now.
Yeah, it had a lot to offer here.
did.
Many places to sort of go in and out and in and out.
I'd love to come here when COVID isn't on for one.
Yeah.
And you know when they do special events at weekends, you know if you
Yeah,
had
people
like
dressed up and
bagpipers and
stuff.
people dressed up, I think it'd be a lovely sunny day.
Yeah.
It'd be lovely, lovely. But yeah, wonderful, wonderful place.